तौ संतोषयता संतौ श्रीलरूप सनातनौ दाक्षिणात्येन भट्टेन पुनरेतद्विविच्यते तस्याद्यं ग्रन्थनालेकं क्रान्तव्युत्क्रान्तखण्डितं पर्यालोच्यात पर्यायं कृत्वा लिखति जीवकः. Hare Krishna. So welcome back to Bhakti Sandrabha classes. So in the last class we were discussing. So what is that? The topic up Prarabdha Papa Haritvam. This is the. So now we are going to discuss several glories of the bhakti. Already we discussed till now many. What is that? Paradharmatvam. Paradharmatvam is discussed. And later Sarva Kama Pradatvam. And later, anyone remember? You don't remember. So Ashubhagnatvam, inauspiciousness. Sarvantaraya Haratvam. That means it destroys all the obstacles. Then after that, Anya Prani Bhayaharatvam. So fear due to other animals and other things. So this is also, is one of the property by doing bhakti. These are all you should remember actually. The glories of the bhakti and also corresponding slokas. While you preaching what? You will be facing the situation. So for example, bhakti is the paramadharmaha. Bhakti is only the ultimate duty of the humanity. How can you say this? Bhakti is the ultimate humanity, is the dharma for the humanity. Refer the sloka. Tell me the sloka for this. How can you say on top of this nothing is there? This is only the ultimate. Nehyanyato. No. Etavaneva. Etavaneva. What is that sloka is starting with what? Etavaneva lokesmin parahadharmaha. This is the sloka. Bhakti fulfills all the desires. Akama sarvakama. Bhakti destroys all the inauspiciousness. Sadrichino hayam loke panta kshemo akuto bayaha. So if you don't remember, then how you will preach? How will you utilize this Bhakti Sandarbha? Although it's not just writing exams. You should just drink the Bhakti Sandarbha into your. You are all young students here. Many are sitting in front of me. And they should memorize all the anucchedas completely and drink it. It's very important or not? Sarvantaraya Nivarakatvam. Bhakti destroys all the obstacles in the life. If you remember this sloka and this is the purpose, how much useful you tell me? Anytime if you say someone is coming in, immediately close to this sloka and quote that sloka and explain how bhakti is going to destroy all the obstacles. Tatha anate madhava tavaka kochit brashyanti marga toi bhaddha sahrudha. These are all memorization anucchedas. These are all. You should memorize. So much of discussion is there. And you should remember this. Bhakti. So from the ferocious animals. So because of those, you will be getting the bhaya. So that bhaya is destroyed by the bhakti. What is that sloka? If someone is, you are coming across, he is fearing out of something, some bhuta pret. Then if you want to convince him, so do bhakti so that all fear will go out. So where is that sloka then? Diggajaihi, that's Prahlad Maharaj's case. And you quote these slokas and explain. And for the not only just for explanation, for our sake also. Huh? You should remember or not. Bhakti destroys aprarabdha papa. Give me the sloka for this. Like that. You are all not studying, only just attending classes. Just no hard work, no abhyasa practice. Just thinking that we are doing so much. Nothing you are all doing. In fact. So devotees, they should work at least 10 hours. 10 to 15 hours they should do service. 4 hours, hardly 4 hours here. What you are doing other than some answers, 1 or 2 answers preparing. That's all. What is this? This is nothing. If you work hard for 10 hours, 15 hours, then that is the really, devotion, engagement. If I ask any 50th anuccheda, tell me, so what is explained? Immediately you should say. Like that. I explain the based upon conversation of Parikshan Sukadeva Goswami. So established bhakti is the vidya. If I ask, immediately should say. Fatafat quote all the slokas and explain it. All the concepts should be, because it is life and soul. Bhakti Sandrabha is your life. You're understanding? You are a devotee, and Bhakti Sandrabha is a guide for you. And that's why every point in this book is very important. So established bhakti is a result of hearing all the scriptures. So quote the sloka, tell me now. How can you say some student came in front of you? Now you want to say bhakti is the result of studying all the scriptures. You want to establish, you want to convince that. You should speak this point. At that time, will you remember this or not? You should remember. And otherwise, what is the need of studying Bhakti Sandarbha? Yes. Immediately you should quote this. Yes. Some karmi came. So then you should explain. Bhakti is superior to the karma. Immediately. He's always saying work is worship, work is worship. If you really absorb in the Bhakti Sandarbha, so whatever content is there in this whole world, nothing actually in front of this. And so many actually. Any situation, any kind of person, you can preach Bhakti nicely. If you absorb in Bhakti Sandarbha. It's must book for all the devotees. Must book. So, but I saw in the society there is a great fear for the Sandarbhas. When I started in the last year first batch, I was seeing this so much repulsion on the Sandarbhas. People are thinking there's such a high subjects they are teaching to us. What is this? And in the Tattva Sandarbha we started and it is bounced back. It itself is a without material, giving with no material to their hand and sitting and hearing, and something is bounced back. But this year we saw some positive hope. Many students are understanding, writing exams, assignments, submitting, and at least they are in the first batch. They don't know from where I'm speaking actually. They are not able to follow the anuccheda number actually. It was a great miracle actually. Someone is able to say, so whenever I was struck and I'm asking, so what is this line? Can you read? So if someone is able to say, then I was thinking that my God, at least he's following. And learning is the next thing. But in this batch, I saw actually, because it's teachers also change. I also a lot of learning. So, but But I want actually in future students has to left and right absorb in this and quote these slokas and apply into their day-to-day preaching. So someone is coming in your life and they are following this so-called, that means, so Brahmana, they are too, some problem is there and they are thinking that some arishta is happening, some bad things are happening in our house, some sin is there. Then you have to convince them. Then all the kinds of sins will be going by bhakti. How you will convince? You take the topic where it is discussed in the Bhagavatam, how it is convincing, discussing this. It's also not only for others and for ourselves also. So like this, very, very important book this is. Everything, Srila Jiva Goswami, how much hard work he had done and how much absorption, collecting from whole Bhagavatam 18,000 slokas, and how systematically he is going. It is such a ready-made material. Is there any material better than this? So it is a source of everything. And it is a masterpiece. And Titar Pitar, why? If you want to open, you open treasure itself. It's like a treasure. Why you have to beg 100 rupees, 10 rupees, collecting points from here lecture, that lecture, and not properly conceptually connected lectures, and hearing and there and making classes. You are preparing for making class, here and there you are going. And also that too, one speaker is speaking only some section and that too I have not fully idea. But here, everything is systematically presented. And try to understand the value of this book, importance of this book for the individual's devotee's life. And seriously prepare, seriously put effort and memorize and keep remember those things and speak and bring the culture of this book into our society. This is needed. This only you people, if you are really paying something for our parampara, Prabhupada, through Prabhupada, we are also connecting to our parampara. And this is that. Can you neglect the others? I need only Prabhupada enough and I don't want other acharyas. Can you say like this? We want everyone. But our for us foremost is Prabhupada. And also we should know the glories of other heroes also. Stalwarts are there in our line, the great heroes. And they contributed so much for this sampradaya. And if you don't propagate this in this sampradaya, then we are no right to have claiming belonging to his dynasty, his sampradaya. So without our previous acharya, if you remove any one acharya, then our chain is broken. And it's not authentic. So that's why no acharya is insignificant here. Everyone is great. And that too, especially, this is a foundational book. And I want all of you to take it seriously and go absorb into this and deeply apply. Remember, deeply study and apply. Remember, speak. And try to learn how to make the class, preparing for the class. Take the sections and give in your locality class. Is there any difficulty in this? It's so nicely prepared, everything. So much discussion you can open and discuss. Okay. But I'm happy everyone is at least basics compared to the previous batches. The second batch is a lot of, that means enthusiasm it is showing, and also understanding and replying in the answers, kind of the classes, questions for the questions and discussions. It's really good, actually, good symptom. But still we need more. We want more. more time should be given to this. I want more time. And so that you people are the actually examples for society, so that this will be taken forward more. You should also teach. Then our sampradaya will become more strong actually. And it will be nourished. It will become very strong sampradaya because of having this strong philosophy. Every anuccheda is relevant to our life. Today we are studying what? Prarabdha Papa Haritvam. Prarabdha Papa. In the society, what the problem is there? You see how this anuccheda is applicable for the society. In the society, what kind of concepts are there? People just they think that I am belonging to the Brahmana caste. I am Brahmana. Hey, you are belonging to the lower caste. You are lower only. And they don't give any respect for them. But we know Vaishnava is beyond these things. And Vaishnavas are above to this caste and creed and anything community. This is a fact actually. Once someone is coming to the Vaishnavism, so you should not identify him as Muslim, Hindu, or no. They are all devotees of the Lord. So then that kind of quality, how it is coming, then establish this. One may ask, then you are equating them. How can you equate them? So many in India, if you see, I have some recent statistics. This, like some traditionalists are there in so-called Hindus of India. So 30% are traditionalists. Like traditionalist means they believe the caste based upon the birth, and they will be treating them based upon that only. They don't give any respect for the other lower caste. This is a system is there actually in India still. They call themselves as Hindus only, but they are like, and some groups are there like ISKCON, RSS, and Sri Sri, and that Tamil Nadu. What is that? You know, Tamil Nadu is that Sadguru and Visha Foundation. These are the people who don't believe in the caste based upon the birth. They believe only in the guna karma actually. So this kind of Hindus also there, that kind of Hindus, and there is a fighting. They don't call for their programs, and this kind of things are there anyway. Now, what is the point actually? What is the actual philosophy then? These people are simply fighting nonsense without any sastric references. If you ask these people why you are following, they don't say. If you ask these people why you are following the birth, they don't say. Because there is no scriptural understanding in the society. And if you ask us, we will also say no. Many devotees also may not answer actually. But what here it is said? Once birth is coming because of what? Because of previous karma. If someone is taking in lower family means definitely he is having the, unless a lot's special arrangement, Leela, someone is game for Leelas, otherwise. So there is every action there is equal and opposite reaction. So bad karma is there, and so that's why we are taking the lower birth. Okay. If that is that only, na? That means for whole life long he'll be treated as lower like that only. Then it is said that. So why one is taking the lower birth? Because of the prarabdha. Because of the prarabdha karma. Previous prarabdha karma is a cause to take the lower birth. That's a fact actually. It's not that we should simply say that I don't believe birth. I don't believe birth. If you say, then you are not believing in the karma. That's not enough. So you are getting birth in the rich family. Why? In Bhagavad Gita, we are already saying by previous good karma practicing some yoga, if you are yoga pata brashta, then you are getting the birth in either Brahmana family or otherwise in the rich family. There you are saying previous karma is acting. Their yoga means it's not bhakti yoga, but it is some yoga actually. In the 7th chapter, you'll be seeing. So yoga system. So there you are accepting. And but here why? And here we are not accepting. So definitely, if you are taking birth in such a family, means you are having that kind of karma previously. That is a prarabdha karma, we say. Then what? His life is like that only. He cannot be respected than more. Then he cannot be respected as Brahmana. Then to answer that, here it is coming. Bhakti is having such a power. It is going to destroy all the prarabdha karma, whatever you had. And immediately it is bringing you to such a eligibility. It is giving such a eligibility to you. So you should be also respected as Brahmana. Savanaya Kalpati. So here, what is that? Now that means to prove this, that means by bhakti we can become Brahmana, we say. Then you have to show. You show the philosophy behind this. You show the sastric injunction for this. You should show or not. Then it is said actually. Yannamadeya sravananu kirtana yat pranayad yat smaranadapi kvachit स्वादोपि सद्यः सवनाय कल्पते कुतः पुनस्ते भगवन्तु दर्शनात्. Mother Devahuti is saying, whoever is chanting holy name, or hearing, or respecting the Lord, or remembering the Lord, even he is a dog eater, so he will be immediately becoming eligible to do the Savana Yaga. Okay. So he is becoming eligible for this Savana Yaga. Soma Yaga, he can becoming eligible to perform Soma Yaga. Savanaya Kalpate. This is the fact actually. Because why bhakti is bringing this kind of thing? Because bhakti destroys the prarabdha karma. First of all, you should know someone is belonging to this caste, that caste. Who is the cause for this? That is due to prarabdha karma. Prarabdha karma is the cause. Then after that also you should know that is destroyed by the bhakti. And that is possible by that is said in this place by this person. And then, so then if you understand that sloka, then you are getting the meaning that, oh, so someone is treated as lower because lower birth, because of prarabdha, that is destroyed here by the bhakti. It is clearly said. So that means he is respected as like that is. That's like this. Every anuccheda is like that. Every anuccheda is very much connected to our life. And now, how many people are not knowing this and simply fighting in this society? Thousands of people, millions of people not knowing this glory of the bhakti, and simply unnecessarily they are fighting. Unnecessary fighting they are doing. And there is a group in the internet also, so many groups. This party people, this sect people are quarreling with the other sect. And there is no proper, first of all, there is no proper pramana for them. And based upon what they are speaking, from where they are getting knowledge, that is not clear. On top of that, so establishing the pramana based upon that speaking and clearly clarify, where is there in the society? Because Brahmanas are missing. Who read that means properly scriptures and explaining to the society. These people are missing in the society. That's why one blind person can lead other blinds into the ditch. Already leaders and also this group leaders, whatever, 90% all are blind. Whomever they get in their life, they are already blind, and whoever their leader, he is also blind. Everyone is simply wasting their life. And steadily, patiently sitting and studying, understanding, absorbing, after that applying. Where is this? Completely missing. Only just for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, impressive lecture you make, and get the immediate credit. Finish. Bada preacher ho gaya. Great preacher. But do tapasya. Brahmana means what? Not attracted by the impulsive results. Brahmana means you should do the austerity. Sit for the hours and hours and dedicate your life and learn this. Really learn the knowledge and distribute it. That is the duty of the Brahmana. Not simply by wearing the thread we can become Brahmana. Simply bogus. No. You have to do the austerity. Studying scriptures is austerity. Do that. Then if you just allured by the so-called just impulsive things and don't do the real hard work, Prabhupada expected everyone to study his each and every line scrutinizingly and learn deeply and explain it. And so that the darkness, whatever is there, ignorance is there in the society, that should be dispelled. That should be removed. So, not understanding the things and simply making something half knowledge and without practicing properly, without understanding, this will not work actually. It is not a long-term solution actually. Very, very impulsive actually. Impulsive things will give impulsive results and after finish, after some time. If you want to save the movement, if you want to save this mission, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission, you have to do hard work. You have to go deeply and give time. And take the austerity means pain. You need to take the pain actually. Definitely there is a pain in the studying. That should be taken. And because that is the first, in our life, 4 phases are there. Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, and Sannyasi. So first phase is in our life is what? Learning. Brahmachari means learning under Guru and memorizing and understanding, analyzing. So these scriptures, first and foremost thing. And that is not done. And immediately jumping to we don't know anything properly and becoming sannyasi. And what kind of example we set? This is not actually. And we don't know anything and Brahmana qualities and we want to be Brahmana. Brahmana, Brahmana. This is not good actually for the society. So, if you come to our discussion, Swadopi sadyah savanaya kalpate kutah punaste bhagavantu darshanat. So, just by hearing, chanting, respecting, or otherwise remembering, this much is making even a dog eater to eligible for Savana, Somayaga. Then what to speak of the one who get the darshan of the Lord? So this is the meaning of this sloka. Here Purupakshi will attack. When you make the sloka meaning, what is the thing is in the society now, people are not, first of all, not knowing anything. So whatever you say, this much if you say from this sloka, people will accept. But whenever you get in your life, so Srila Jiva Goswami, whenever he wrote this commentary, he's not just made the temporary work. If someone attacks on you on this sloka, here swadaha means, that means dog eater, they don't accept. What we are saying based upon this sloka, we want to establish what? Prarabdha karma is destroyed. So that means what? Here Swadaha means what you should take? It is belonging to the Jati. Then only na. He did the previously bad karma. Prarabdha karma is bad. That's why he took birth in the bad yoni. The bad, that means lower caste. So that means to establish by this sloka, prarabdha karma is destroyed. So swadaha should be what? Should be what? Should be jati. Understanding? It should be jati. It's not that the here dog eater becomes eligible for Somayaga by chanting the holy name of Lord. This is the statement. Dog eater becomes eligible for Somayaga by chanting the holy name of Lord. If you make this statement, people will attack many ways. What you want to do based upon this? Prarabdha karma. Prarabdha karma is destroyed. This you want to establish. He is becoming eligible for Somayaga means he is dog eater, and that dog eater can be many. See, the person who took birth in the family of dog eaters, so he is known as dog eater. And the person took in the birth in a good family, maybe Brahmana family, and in this life he started eating the dog, and then he is known as dog eater, and that dog eater is becoming the eligible for Savana Somayaga. Then what? If you take the here dog eater as the person who in this life started eating dog, and that person Purapakshi brought actually. Dog eater means they will take that, and they will say that, so that dog eater is becoming the eligible for Somayaga. So how can you say Prarabdha karma is destroyed? So that's why this sloka is not establishing the Prarabdha karma. So that's why your philosophy is wrong. That's why you do devotees, by just chanting holy name, you people cannot become eligible for the Somayaga. They broke or not now? Understanding? This kind of chances is there or not? Then that's why what we should do? Got or not? What I am saying? Tell me what you got. Yeah, Mike.
So Purapakshi is saying that if dog eater is eligible to do Somayaga, then his Prarabdha karmas are not destroyed. Not so clear, bro, but
how many understood what? Online? Anyone can explain what I said? What is the problem I brought? Yes, Srichand, yes. Good.
Prabhu, so if the dog eater is in this life only, he's Brahman family, he is born and he's eating dog, then he has no previous, he is born in good family, so there is no prarabdha karma. So we can't say it is destroyed. But if he is born in dog eater family, that means he is born because of the prarabdha karma.
Yes.
And then that is, if he is eligible to do Soma Yajna, that means we can say prarabdha karma is destroyed.
Yes, this is the point. God, Leela Govind Prabhu, tell me.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. So, as Prabhuji mentioned, that if somebody is taken birth in the Brahmana family, so he does not have a prarabdha karma. Okay. So, he is eligible. But if somebody has taken in the dog eater family, so he has the prarabdha karma. So, and he is not eligible. So, but by chanting the holy name, so his prarabdha karma is also destroyed.
So that means what we should do in the sloka, dog eater means what we should take?
His prarabdha karma.
That means in the sloka, dog eater means how you should take him? Yes. Who is took in the birth in Brahmana family and became dog eater, that we should take, or otherwise? So who by birth he is in the taking family in the dog eater, that we should take. What we should take?
By birth, who is taken.
You didn't hear properly. Okay, next Akshay Hari.
Hare Krishna Bodhan Prabhu. So, as you mentioned, the dog eater we should take as a jati, that he took birth in the family of dog eater. But I have one question here, bro.
A question you have. Okay. So that means we should take, first of all, we'll clarify to Leela Govind Prabhu. So Leela Govind Prabhu, you hear, dog eater you should take as by birth he is dog eater. Then only you can establish by this sloka, so prarabdha karma is destroyed. Understand? Not the, so becoming dog eater in this life. Of course, he's taking birth in a good family, but he's becoming dog eater in this life. Then what? He ate sometime dog, and then that's why he is now becoming so savanaya. That means he got the disqualification because of doing that bad activity, and after that he chanted the holy name, and once again he's becoming the eligible for the so savana yaga. So in that case, then what will happen? If that meaning, if you take for the dog eater, that means in this life only they ate the dog, then what will happen? You cannot establish that this sloka is speaking about destroying of prarabdha karma. Huh? Purupakshi will put, they will break your, because Purupakshi always is there, because we don't get any Purupakshi. So that's why, because almost all now in the society, so they are dull-minded. So whatever we say, some people are following and some devotees are going on. But actually, a real competition when we get, our acharyas are writing book with a deep understanding actually. So to give the deep insight to you. So otherwise, if you don't exercise deeply the subject matter, then you are developing some kind of, that means you are freely allowing confusion to your in your mind. So that means you will lose. Like you see, if you don't practice so playing with the stick, then you cannot on one day just you cannot do, in the fighting you cannot do anything. It's regularly practicing. So anyone who is doing the gym or something, they can easily understand. So if they don't do practice, then body will not be cooperating. Similarly, your brain also, if you don't use this, if you don't think, If you don't go into the deeply into the subject matter, your brain will become just like a gobar, cow dung. Even simple points you cannot understand. It takes so many hours of time because you are not using, you are not sharpening the knife. Devotees are not lazy actually. They have to be use their intelligence and sharp it and use it for the service of the Krishna to cut down the ignorance. It is also mission actually. Only just fighting means just taking the shastra. It is a shastra is also weapon. Okay, Akshay Hari Prabhu, what you are asking?
Oh, it is clear now. I was thinking that if somebody is eating dog, he must have done some sin. But it makes sense that he is a Brahman, but by chance he ate dog.
Yeah. So they will not allow by this sloka you to say that bhakti can destroy the prarabdha karma. If they able successful in establishing dog eater is not by birth, but by the just sometime he ate in this life. He ate in this life. Okay.
That born in Brahmana family, so why he is eating that dog?
Maybe some accidentally, some need, and sometimes because of the association he ate. They may say. Yes.
And also some exceptional case like in Shudra family, sometimes we see that Shuddha Bhaktas, Haridas Thakur, exceptional, and some other maybe I don't know, I can't remember. So they are born in some lower caste. So is it that is not prarabdha actually? That is, I think, what I don't know.
See, that's why we should be careful here. What we are saying, taking birth in the lower family is the cause of the karma. But we are not saying that the person who took birth in the lower family is not eligible for the bhakti. Bhakti, anyone can do bhakti. That is proving that. So even a person who is taking birth in the lower family, he is also eligible for the bhakti. So that is the glory of the bhakti. But some acharyas, they are taking into some purpose, or some reasons in the lower families, and that is another thing actually. Exceptional cases we are not discussing. In general, what? So just if they are not at all devotees, consider that they are not devotees. They are taking in the lower family. What is the reason this? That means randomly it is happening. There is no cause behind this. There is no law of karma. Can you say it's no law of karma? Then you are refuting your own philosophy. If you say someone is taking lower birth and the karma is not the cause, then what is your philosophy? Then tell me. On what basis you will conclude this?
Sometimes we say from the verse of Bhagavad Gita, Chaturvarna Maya Srishtam Guna Karma Vivakasha.
Yes.
So in that sloka, we sometimes discuss that actually that 4 varnas and 4 ashramas not based on the birth and the family, but based on gun and karma. So in that sloka, sometimes we say that if somebody actually born in Shudra family, but he has a good qualities, he can. So he is not actually Shudra, he is Brahmana.
So see, here the point is, someone is having Sudra. Who said Sudra is having bad qualities? Sudra is not an ordinary person actually. So all the 4 varnas are very highly quality. That means if you see the sadharana dharma for the human beings, so Narada Muni is explaining in the 7th canto 11th chapter there. You'll be seeing any human being is having those qualities. Even you cannot see now in the Brahmana family also. Such is there. But in this Kali Yuga also, someone is taking and someone is becoming rich and someone is becoming poor. Is there karma is there or not? I am asking. He is not devotee. Karma you will accept or not? Law of karma you will accept or not, you people? This is I am asking. So yeah, you should accept or not? We should accept. Yeah. So he's not devotee. So he's taking birth in the lower family. So what? This is karma or not? This karma is there? No karma. Then what is it then? What is deciding factor? You tell me. That is a point actually. Prarabdha karma is the cause for one to get the birth in a lower family. This is obvious actually. This is our siddhanta. This is our law of karma. We accept this. Ishvara, Prakriti, Jiva, Karma, and Kala. So this is a karma point. We accept this. We should accept. But by doing bhakti, everything is destroyed. Even materially also he is becoming eligible for the performing the Somayaga. Give that credit to the Bhakti Maharani. That credit should be given to her. If someone is becoming, so that means devotee and high qualities is developing and is treated as, so as a in the history also someone took lower birth and respected as a big devotee. That's due to whom? That is due to bhakti. That is the point we should understand. Yeah.
Prabhu, so that is the custom of our society, that those who are born in Shudra, so in Mahabharata, that they are not eligible for Gurukula teachings. So why this is so?
So, but you see, now our acharyas are not giving so much importance for the birth nowadays. If you see our Srila Prabhupada also, the reason is one can take birth in, that means you can say assure that, so by birth he is Brahmana. When you can say, when can you say he is a Brahmana? When can you say someone is Brahmana? So like this generation, this X person is there, his son is known as, he's in the society, he is known as Brahmana. See, I am speaking about this sloka in the perfect varnashram system. Okay, you're understanding this? Whatever Jiva Goswami is speaking, that means let us take all the, in the society varnashram system is properly placed. That means all people are following the properly their dharmas. Okay, perfectly behaving. And there is fifth is the outcast. Okay, this is outcast. And in this society, someone is getting birth in a Brahmana family. Can't you say this is due to his karma? Good karma he did, that's why, na? Everyone is following society. Let us assume everyone is following their respective duties properly. And someone becoming the son of a Brahmana, he is having good karma or not? That means his previously doesn't have sinful things. This is the case Jiva Goswami is taking. And someone took birth in a dog-eater family. You should not apply this sloka to your case here now. But he is speaking in idealistic way. That society is properly functioning and someone took birth in a dog-eater family. This is due to karma or not? Yes, it is due to karma. But now present system is what? In the present scenario, so by birth, why our acharyas are not started taking this and they started rejecting? Because this system is not there in the society properly. His father is himself is not a proper Brahmana. He is eating pan and he is not doing the Gayatri and he didn't do any Garbhadhana Samskara and he produced a child. And also his grandfather married some outcast woman and his son is, his great grandfather married some Sudrani or other lower than that. And that parampara started and in between mixing also happened. And he's simply saying that I am Brahmana and my son is also Brahmana. So that's why, since this system is collapsed, and that's why our Acharya started rejecting the, so accepting the by birth the caste. You're understanding why our Acharyas now they are rejecting. But this sloka is written, Bhagavad is written considering the system is there. Are understanding or not? So now, so what our Acharyas are trying to do now? So since This is let us take, this is the present generation. So previous so many generations are there. So many generations, and if these are all at least 7 generations, if they follow perfectly all the prescribed, that means rules and regulations, if they follow is at least 7 generations perfectly, then only you can expect Brahmana boy in that. If anything, any samskara, actually varnashram system means samskaras, shodash samskaras. If shodash samskaras are properly performed for the 7 generations, and also their, that means wives, connected wives, their generations also should be properly followed. Yeah, then only from here to 7 generations should be properly followed, then only this boy will be the Brahmana. And for him 7 generations should be properly followed, then only he should be considered as Brahmana. Yes or no? If he has to become Brahmana, his 7 generations before should be properly following. And if he should be properly Brahmins, his 7 generations should be properly followed. Then only you can expect Brahmana in that family. And now that's why it's already broken. The system is broken very much, and no rules and regulations are followed. And simply, so in that broken system, they are claiming, I am Brahmana, I am Sudra, and this. Then that's why our Bhaktivinoda Thakur started reviving this. So he gave the system. What system he gave? He is telling that, hey, don't unnecessarily waste your time. He's saying that you have to divide these varnas based upon the training. First of all, you see, some boy took birth in a Brahmana family. Okay, good. He took birth in a Brahmana family. So first of all, give training him, and so as his father, father service. And I can read this. Also, I read in the previous class. In the Bhakti Sandarbha class, I read. Huh? In the Bhakti Sandarbha or the Bhakti Vaibhav? Huh? No. In Bhakti Sandarbha class, I read Bhakti Vaibhava. Anyone remember? Yes. Ask online students. Online students. Akshay Hari Prabhu. Yes.
Oh, you spoke in Bhakti Vaibhav class, Bhaktivinoda Thakur's 10th class.
Yes. Our students are so, they are best for the confusing teacher. Yeah, on-site students they are saying. So here Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying, no one's caste should be ascertained simply by birth. Simply by birth means not only birth, but means only one factor is not sufficient. He is not, should not be considered by birth, he didn't say. Simply by birth is not. That means birth is also considered some extent. It's not that some karma is there, na? At least in that broken system he's taking birth means something is there, na, karma. Yes or no? That is the point actually. Simply by birth is not allowed because it's already corrupted. Perfect Brahman he cannot become because that chain is not properly, perfectly is followed till now. Okay, let me finish.
Including Muslims also there.
अरे Muslims छोड़ो यार, अभी तू बाद में बोलता हूँ उसको. A person's caste should be determined according to the nature he develops in the association of the children and by the accumulation of knowledge. A person's caste should be determined according to the nature he develops in the association of the children and by the accumulation of knowledge. And next, what you should do? Not only just by birth, and you should see the training if you give and how they are coping up with the training. Third, person's caste, one should along with that person's nature and taste consider the caste of his parents. So then also you should see, you give training and see how he is coping up with that. And also you should see his taste and also consider the caste of his parents. He's saying here. And also should consider the caste of the parents. Then after a person becomes matured In other words, when he becomes 15 years old, the family priest, the landlord, the parents, and few selfless educated people of the village should sit together and determine his caste. We are not simply determining by the caste, by the birth, by the training, by the taste, and also his parents' nature, present parents actually caste. So next, which caste should a mature person belongs? Such a question should never arise. So that means this should not arise. Rather, the question should be raised whether that mature person is qualified to retain his father's caste or not. So that's why instead of stamping him as he's a Brahmana, his father is Brahmana, then he's a Brahmana. So make some system. So give training and see his taste and see how he is able to perform. And based upon these factors, and also his Jyotish also is followed. If it is having proper Janma date, then by the Jyotish also you can also take the one factor only, that is not the ultimate decision maker. So by considering all these factors, so if it is found that a person is qualified to retain his caste, then appropriate samskar or purification rituals should be performed. In the age of 15, that means he's almost all coming to the Kaishwara age. In the Kaishwara age, then you can so determine that. So if he's really eligible for his father's caste, then consider him further. And if he's showing even better qualities than his parents' caste, then you should give promotion to him that. And if he's going down to that, then it is also explained, you see. Should be performed accordingly. If it is found that he is qualified for caste lower than that of his father, then he should be given 2 more years. That means if he is showing some, because sometimes when he is given training, so at that time maybe his health reasons, some other reasons, he is not able to perform and not able to show so many things. So then he will be, before going to discard him from his father caste, let's give 2 more years and give the chance and see whether how he is going to so perform. After this additional 2 years, he should be examined again and his caste should be ascertained. Every village should have a committee consisting of landlords and the scholars to protect the rules and regulations of the society. Like this, in every village, there should be a committee and they are all protecting the principles of Varna and Ashrama strongly. This is Prabhupada, actually we want to build this kind of society. At least then that is considered as human society. That is the society is considered human society where there is Varna and Ashrama is followed. I am not equating bhakti to Varna and Ashrama. But if you want to claim yourself as a human being, you should be in the first of all Varna and Ashrama. Otherwise, he is not a human being. He cannot be considered as a human being. So finally, one second. The support of the king has to be given in order to keep these activities going. The king is actually the protector of the principles of Varnashrama. According to one's caste, one's marriage and other activities should be carried out. Then once caste is determined, then according to his caste only, he will be given the, that means he will be getting the girl. Okay, Leela, go in, Prabhu, yes.
You are reading this from Ardhashastra, where?
Sajjanatoshini.
Sajjanatoshini.
By Bhaktivinoda Thakur.
Can you share the exact
number if you want? It is Sajjanatoshini. So 27. 2 by 7.
27.
No, 2/7.
Okay, 2/. Okay. Article name?
Article Sajjanatoshini 2/7. Article name nahi, bro. So I can send this message. You can search out and send the real real reference to us, book number and other details. I will send this to you.
Thank you, Professor.
Okay. Huh? Same thing. Yeah. I will send this. Guru Ramchandra, you are asking reference, so I will send this. This message also I will send. Okay. So anyway, come to our point. So ultimately here, what we should establish here, swadaha is there in that sloka, that is jati only, not the just someone doing the some so kind of eating of dog and he's considered a dog eater and that person is becoming eligible. No, that we should not take. Swanam atti iti nirukto vartamana prayoga kravyad vat tatshilatvam praptehe. Even nirukti also, if you see the word swadaha, if you see the word swadaha, if this word is derived, derivations are based upon what? Nirukti Shastra. It is also one of the Vedanga. Nirukti. So, according to Nirukti, swadaha is in what? In the present tense actually. That means the person is still doing the eating of that guna he is having. That means he is possessing the swadatum in him now also. That means he is still eating dog. Okay? Present tense is there. So, kadachitka swabhakshana praya chitta vivakshayam to atita prayog here. If it is not by the jati and some person belong to originally so higher caste and somehow or other he ate the dog 1 or 2 times, then he is considered as a dog eater. That dog eater you should take here? No. If that is the thing should be told, then he ate dog. He ate dog and by doing the japa or chanting, he became now eligible for the Somayaga. Like that it could have been said. That means in that case, past tense could have been used. Just somehow or other, some or few times he ate the dog and he is now considered as a dog eater. Then in that case, what? Past tense should be there. And next, one more thing. Nirukti, sorry. Rudi. Rudi is powerful than the yoga. Rudi is powerful than the yoga. In this case, what? Rudi means what? Rudi and yogic, 2 meanings will be there. Example, Pankajaha or Pankajam. Pankajam means what? The one which is taking birth in mud. But Pankajam means lotus we take. Here, so we are considering the lotus flower. We are considering the lotus flower as Pankaja. So here in this case, Pankaja is given dedicated to lotus flower. Then here in this case, that means Pankaja is lotus. So in this case, Pankaja is what? Rudi. It can also mean to the derived meaning. That means even from the mud, some insects came out. And that insects also Pankaja. But we are not calling them as Pankaja, but we are calling only this lotus flower as Pankaja, means it is Rudi. Okay? Yogic means, Yogartha means someone who is flying in the sky. Then you will be saying that as Kecharaha. Yes? Flying in the sky, the entity who flies in the air is known as Kecharaha. So, Kecharaha is the one which flies in the air, in the sky. So this is the yoga meaning. Rudi means anything. Now table, you are calling this object as table. You cannot say what is the meaning of this derivation, you cannot do, but simply you are calling this object as table. then this is also Rudi. Rudi of the table word is a Rudi for this object. You are calling something, this is marker. Marker, you cannot derive any meaning. Then it is known as Rudi. Rudi means it's given for that, and without having any derivation behind this. So now here Swadaha is there. Since he is eating dog, so that's why he is known as dog eater. That yoga artha we should take, or the Rudi artha we should take? If this kind of doubt if we get, what preference you should give? Rudi. Without having the derivation, so you should take. If you take yoga artha, then what? Someone maybe belong to Brahmana family, but in this life he started habit of eating the dog, and then he is called as a dog eater. So that is yoga artha then. And by birth he is, so maybe he is eating or not eating, but he took birth in the family of dog eater, then he is called as Swadaha. Then you are calling him as Swadaha. Then what is this? This is the Rudi. Because he is not eating, but still you are calling, eating or not eating, irrespective of that, you are calling him as dog eater. Then this is what? Rudi. Ujjwala, nothing, na? Going zero. Rudi artha and yoga artha. Online students, open that. Huh? So you got derived meaning is known as yoga artha. Derived meaning. We should take derived meaning or the standard meaning. That is the discussion actually. Who is powerful? Standard meaning is powerful than the derived meaning. So derived meaning is less importance having. That means any situation, both are this both options are open there. In that instant, what you should select first? Rudi is more powerful than the yoga. So that means the person is eating dog and becoming dog eater. So that means the one who eats the dog is known as dog eater. That meaning should not be taken. But someone is, so irrespective of eating, someone is called as dog eater. That you should take. That means he took birth in the family of dog eater. That's why he's known as dog eater. Maybe he's eating or not eating, irrespective of that. So he's calling dog eater. That meaning is Rudi. That should be taken. Because Nyaya is Rudi is powerful than the yoga. Okay. So based upon the Rudi and yoga, Rudi is only more important, more powerful. So that's why here also we are taking the Rudi and we are saying that he's taking birth in the dog eater family. Not that just you are calling here dog eater means not that the person who just developed the habit of eating dog. Okay. Another 5 minutes because we should wind up. Atayeva sopacha iti taivakyam. So Sridhar Swami is also saying sopacha, swadaha means he is giving the glossing as swadaha is equal to swapachaha. He is saying swadaha is equal to swapachaha. So swapachaha, why he is saying swapachaha means presently he is eating dog. He is having that quality of eating dog. It's not that some in the life he ate. So that's why, so this swapachaha, the Sridhar Swami's glossing is also supporting that. So he is taking birth in the dog eater family and also he is doing now eating of the dog. And that guna is there in him. Rudi meaning are we are taking, and swapachaha present tense is that guna is still it is there. Then only you can say swapachaha. Only previously he was eating, then he should not call him. You were the engineer, then you cannot call him as engineer now because he is not doing that activity. Yes or no? You are calling someone as engineer means he is doing that quality. So similarly here, swadaha means Sridhar Swami is giving the meaning of swapachaha means the one who is doing now. That means that guna still is prevailing in him. That means he took birth in the dog eater family, and you should not think that he left over and but he took only birth in the family, but he's not eating the dog. So that kind of people only purified. That also you cannot say. He is taking birth in dog eater family and also eating now. And in that kind of person also is becoming immediately eligible for the Somayaga. So this is, please keep this. Okay, we'll see remaining tomorrow.